So I've got all this food. I'll show you. I got basil, chives, spinach, galangal. That was the one I couldn't remember. It's like known as Thai ginger. And that's for dessert. That's mint and nasturtium flowers. So what am I going to do? I am going to make a pasta. See there, I've got macaroni, and I got an onion, and I got olive oil, and I got salt and pepper. That's all pretty much what I'm putting in. So I'm going to cut up this ginger, or Thai ginger, or galangal. It doesn't have like a strong gingery flavor. It's not super strong, but it's strong. I'm going to put lots of basil and lots of chives in. I'm going to cook some chives with the spinach, and I'm going to cook off the onion with the ginger in the oil, and then I'm going to put spinach in with some chives, and then I'm going to have basil and chives in at the end. So I'll clear some space and start cooking. Oh yeah, I'm going to make a syrup with the mint, and then pour that on top of ice cream with waffles, and have nasturtium flowers on top. I'll try and get a good position for the camera. Here we go. I'm going to start with the mint. Smells awesome. I could have put way more mint in, but I don't know. And I'll start with that because I don't want to put the flavour of the mint in. I might even drain the mint off. think you can eat the nasturtium bases as well. Eat the whole flower, but I'm just cutting the bases off. And that way I can put the whole lot in. There's some of the bases going in. I won't put that in. That's enough. Oops, bit of mint fell off. Mint's in there, got more nasturtium. Awesome. Got some people in here. I can't see the chat from this side because I'd prefer it actually if I have the camera going from the front camera, it reverses it, and I don't like that. So if I'm going to do these, I'm going to keep it the way it is. So I'll just check the chat from time to time. This is how I dice onions. I've done this before. Now this has got a bit of the base there. I might do that. That one's good. So I look where it's split in half, so I get it the other way. Actually, yeah. Then I do that. I'm doing this mint first. Because I need the other cook surface for. It's a little bit too much sugar, but hey, I don't have too much sugar in my diet, so. I could have used honey for this syrup, but that is a little bit too much sugar. But you know what? I'm sure it's going to taste yummy. Normally when I cook pasta, I put room temperature water in the pot. I put the pasta in and I cook it from room temperature. Because I'm cooking something else, I'm going to boil this so that when the time comes to cook the pasta, I can do it quicker. So this is close to dicing. Everyone's got their own tricks for cutting onions. One thing I do when I get to the end here, I turn it because it stays together again for the last bit. So this oil's been on for a little while, so it's gonna, it hasn't been on super high heat, but I'll let that cool and then I'll taste some of that mint syrup. Go half of these chives. I've already took out any of the other bits, so I'm cutting this as fine as I can. And then what I'm doing is I'm just going through and taking out any of the bits that didn't get cut. Because that can be something that can spoil it. You know, you got this nice dish and then you got this stringy bit of chives that I'm happy with that. I like cutting stuff so that it's got all different shapes. To me, there's something about the alchemy of cooking when you've got all different shapes. Not very strong. It does have a nice mint flavour actually. I don't like the mint still being in it. So add a little bit more water. Bit more water too. Now strain that. Into a dish. Delicious. It's got a nice syrup now. Can't really show you. It's going to be like toffee like, so I'll have to reheat that in the microwave or something. Had the temperature up a little bit high there for that. Oh, this galangal smells beautiful. I think it's going to give a nice flavour to the dish. I got so much of this. I don't mind cutting so much of the root skin off because I've got so much of it that I just harvested. So it is very much tougher to cut than ginger. That's good. I've got heaps of this stuff. I'm going to replant a bunch of it here and offer some to share around to get replanted. And then the remainder I'll use in my cooking for the next few months. So I've got heaps. I did turn this down because you probably noticed it was burning a bit. Just before I put the oh no, where is it? Oh, grater. Very, very strong. It's not grating very easily, but it's all right. I think I had it on the wrong side of the grain. I can really actually smell it. It's giving me a nice mix. So the other thing I could put in is some lemon. That mint sugar syrup is pretty nice smelling. So there's still stems on a lot of this spinach for sale. I'm just putting it all in because it's all just going to break down. And we had rain a few days ago, so everything's clean. There's nothing I had to even wash. Here we go. Bit of olive oil. I actually use my cooking thing for the stirring the pasta. Something I do. Not always, but often. As long as it doesn't affect. I did not put salt in the pasta. Look, it does help to add a little bit of salt. You don't have to. Just a little bit. Now I'll season this with pepper. If I had a beer or something, maybe I'd put some of that in. Give it a little bit of body. Or if I had some red wine, but I don't have either. So I might just add a bit of water. Oh, I've got some vinegar. Just a little bit of vinegar. Just a dash. That was sweet soy sauce, so just a little bit. And I didn't put any salt in this, so I might put a little bit of salt. So, I'll check the chat. Is anyone in the chat? Awesome. Cat's back. Cage Passes here. Happy Hermit's here. Awesome. No fish. Happy Hermit. Just I'm veggie, so just it's all vegetables and stuff. No, the mint is for, I'm going to pour that on top of ice cream. So that's for dessert. Baby Steak's here. Awesome. Baby Steak says, what you working with, fam? Just spinach and chives and onion and pasta and basil. Cage Pasta says, hi, Kat. Kat says, what kind of pasta? It's like macaroni, but it's sort of like curled macaroni. It's nice. It's good stuff. It was the last of it too. It was just enough. 1 cup. Usually when I cook pasta now, if it's in macaroni or something, I use a cup measure. Same with rice. I always cook rice with a cup measure and pasta with a cup measure. That way I know how much I'm cooking. But yeah, this is the syrup. So it's minty sugar syrup, which I'm going to heat up in the microwave and pour on. That spinach is just disintegrated in there. I could put some tomatoes-based stuff with this, but I figure not, because I want to put a lot of basil in, which I'll get ready. And I'm just going to cut this basil up as fine as I can and then add it in. And I'm going to cut some more chives up at the same time. What I might do is add some water. It's making a nice sort of saucy, you know. Might add a little bit more water actually. This pasta doesn't take long to cook either. Trying to get just the bigger leaves of the basil. One thing, this has got no parsley. I do have parsley growing on the plot, but it all got cut back before I took it over, so it's just as ground cover at the moment. Hell, this is heaps. I've got heaps of basil. I went to put stuff in the bin too, and someone had thrown all this basil in the bin. I was like, oh no. And then I found this. So there's so much of it there that. But yeah, you saw I made that pesto a while back. That was the best. I can't wait to make pesto again. So I just got to quickly go through and take the stems off. Not all of them, but just see that adding that water to that made it turn into a sauce. I should check this pasta and say it's close to cooked. So I got the chives cooked, but I'm also going to throw some fresh chives in with the basil and some fresh olive oil too, because I really didn't put that much olive oil in this. Let's check it's all working still. Yeah, it's all still going. I can't read the chat just because I'm too busy cooking. I am going to cut this chives as fine as I can. But what I should do too is now, I'll give you, yeah, pasta's ready. I'm just going to turn this up a little bit more now. Try and boil off some of that liquid. pasta back in the pot. Olive oil. Basil. I could have cut the basil up finer, but oh, you know what? I might just take some of it out because I do have quite a lot of it in there. So I'll just pick out any of the bigger pieces that didn't cut fine. So that's just the chives and basil. Now, I love lots of onion. I mean, this had one large onion, but the chives and the spinach and I think it's all just giving it a good mixture. A little bit more olive oil. So it's a nice mix. I'll put that on a plate. Then I'll get I don't know what I should do with this waffle. Should I put it under the griller for a second? I haven't had waffles in ages. Maybe I should put it in the toaster. Or warm it. I'm going to put it in the toaster. I'm going to put this in the microwave to heat it up. We use rubber bands here for keeping the cheese good. Beautiful. Look at this. It's like one of those bloody, what do you call it? Instagram videos. All right. Should show you before, because I do like putting cheese all over it. So once you do that, you don't see it. Now, waffle. I probably should have waited for the waffle, but I just wanted to show you the dessert. Sometimes I'll have dessert before I have the main meal, you know. But I'll try it. I want to try and have a low bit in the middle so that the syrup stays in the center. Look at that. Yeah, that is minty. That's delicious. It's like a minty toffee flavour. So simple. Sugar syrup's just sugar and water, eh? And something to flavour it. This is actually a fork. Eat it with a fork. Alright. That syrup is so good. Look. That is good. It's got, I can taste all the different stuff. I can taste the basil, very basil-y, because I put the basil in at the end. It's not bitter though. The basil's not bitter because it was sort of blanched and it's freshly hot. And the chives has got crunch. The fresh chives. The spinach and the chives that I've cooked for a long time softened right off, but the fresh chives I'll put in at the end. Gives it a good crunch. That extra olive oil I put in the end. I'm still wearing my hat. From the garden. I'm pretty tired after today, making that garden bed. So I'm going to have a hot shower after this. That mint sugar syrup is delicious. I think I'm gonna just like replant mint all through the garden. it'll take over if you don't have other stuff. That is so good. Back to main course. Who says you can't have a bit of dessert and then go back to the main course? If anything, I probably could have cut the basil up a lot finer. It's a good thing I took out the bigger bits that I didn't cut up fine enough. Most, like the onion, olive oil, stuff from the garden, bit of cheese. This really didn't cost much money at all. Couple of pasta. I want to eat more of this dessert. And I should, because the ice cream's just going to melt. This is so good. That syrup. I don't know how many spoons of sugar was in that. Probably the same as you have in a can of soft drink. It doesn't have like a full, as much of a mint flavor as you'd think. But it's got this beautiful caramel. And certainly that mint has certainly given it the flavor. So there we are. That was so good. Crispy better than soggy all the time. Yep, totally. Says Paige, Cage Pasta. Cat says yum. Yes, it is so yum. Yep, in the toaster. That's right. What do I do with the waffle? That was perfect. Waffle in the toaster just worked out perfect. So good. Sorry, I missed a bunch of the comments, but you know, cooking. Oh, sugar syrup, sugar and water. That's all it is. Bit of oil. And I use mint then. That was awesome. I'm glad I did this stream after doing the gardening today, because I could show you all the stuff I used that I got from the garden. And I made a delicious meal. And I've got a whole another meal left over there, which I can eat later or tomorrow. So thank you all for being here. It's so always awesome. I look forward to the next catch up. And yeah, much love to everyone. Alrighty. Catch up soon. Thanks for being here. Much love to everyone.